Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. My name is Ahmad Athif Faudzi from the Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics. Today I'll be sharing my talk, and before that, please allow me to share my screen. The title of our talk today is Promoting Science to Malaysia Community by recipient of YSN-ASM. Alhamdulillah, I received the membership of YSN-ASM in the year 2018 and the TRSM in the year 2020. And this program is in conjunction with CAIRO 25th years of anniversary since 1997 with the first director, Arwah Professor Marzuki Khalid, continued by Professor Rubia, Associate Professor Dr. Hazlina, and I'm the fourth director of the center. So before that, I would like to share a little bit about the center. We have two main offices. One is in Kuala Lumpur and the other one is in Johor Bahru. And we have 8 members altogether. Me as the director, the fourth director, and Dr. Zul as the deputy director. And we have another 6 members, Dr. Faudzi, Associate Professor Dr. Hazlina, Associate Professor Dr. Faudzi, AP Dr. Yong, AP Dr. Ibrahim, Dr. Shafiz, and also Dr. Uswa. A little bit about the center area. So we are working in the area of AI, robotics and mechatronics, and also control and automation. And we have been awarded as one of the industry forward computer center by MITI in the year 2019. And we have these facilities in CAIRO Kuala Lumpur called as Smart Manufacturing Lab, where we also conduct some training activity as well as consultancy activity. And we'd like to invite all industry partners and also audience today, whether you are from academia or from research institute, or maybe from different faculties. If you are in the area of you are working or having interest in the area of AI, robotics, and control, we would like to welcome everyone to collaborate together with CAIRO. And currently, we are focusing our areas in agriculture, field robotics, healthcare, and also smart manufacturing. My research area is in the area of bio-inspired robotics, field robotics, rehabilitation robotics, and also biodiversity, where I have most of the fundamental areas in our lab, A2 lab, which is the actuator and automation lab, with these 8 sub areas, okay, including control, soft actuators, and so on. So today I will be sharing 2 topics based on my experience as the member of YSN-ASM and also TRSM. So I would like to invite all UTM staff and whoever joining this session today to be also part of the team. Okay, I was awarded an appointment as the member in 2018 until 2021, and currently I continued my second term from 2022 until 2023. A little bit about the YSN and ASM history. It was started in the year of 2004, where Malaysian young scientists were invited by Lindau Council to attend the Lindau Nobel Laureate meeting. And in 2009, the Malaysian young scientists were invited by IEP to attend the World Economic Forum. And in 2012, the Lindau Program alumni and the Malaysian young scientists initiated the foundation of the YSN under the ASM, Academic Science Malaysia. And the historical date is 12th of December 2012, where this platform was established. So the platform of YSN-ASM is the National Young Academy that consists of top young scientists under the age of 40 that devoted to contribute to the national ecosystem beyond their individual research interests. Okay, so This is where we are going to work together with people from different background, different expertise to establish a platform to progress science and become leaders in the field, as well as highlighting the voice, okay, of young scientists in Malaysia. So with that, the vision of YSN-ASM, sorry, is to be the platform for the young scientists to advance the science in Malaysia, especially to contribute to the global science, engineering, technology, and innovation. And therefore, there are 4 goals of the platform of YSN to represent the voice of young Malaysian scientists on national and international issues, and also to influence the policy decision, to facilitate the networking opportunities among young and senior scientists, especially in exchanging knowledge and experiences. And here I benefit a lot, okay, together with YSN and ASM, learning from our senior experts, some from colleague on exploring different applications, okay, and collaborate together. And number 3 is to engage young scientists to be involved in addressing national issues using scientific knowledge and technology. I was involved in a special interest group and also in task force in ASM, highlighting issues like, for example, palm oil, biodiversity, robotics, and so on. And this is to contribute towards the development of scientific capacity and awareness in Malaysia. And of course, number 4, to promote career in science, okay, as the choice for young people to ensure scientific progress and sustainability in the country. Okay, so next, the current organizational structure for 2 years, starting from 2021 and 2022, currently the executive committee led by Associate Professor Dr. Che Lei Ching, assisted by Dr. Manraj, Professor Denny, and Associate Professor Dr. Siti as the Vice Chairperson, Secretary, and also the Honorary Treasurer. We have 8 working group called as Working Group of Science Policy and Governance, Science Outreach, Science Media, Science Communication, Research Synergy, Science Education, Science Integrity, and Science Leadership. So therefore, as a member, you have to be in any of the working group. And I have experience working in few of the working group, including Science Outreach, Media and Communication, as well as in education. Currently, the total members and also the affiliates, okay, because in YSN, we have 2 kind of membership, full members and also affiliate, together with the total of 104 members and 121 affiliates from more than 35 institutions, including universities, research institute, government agencies, and also industries. And here we have 7 disciplines of medical and health sciences. I am under my area is under engineering sciences. We have chemical sciences, social sciences and humanities, mathematics, physics, and earth sciences, information technology and computer sciences, biological, agriculture, and environmental sciences. So if you are working or your expertise, your background is in this area, you can always apply and suit yourself in the discipline related to you. So maybe many of you would like to ask what will be my benefit, okay, after joining YSN and ASM. So as I have mentioned, part of the goal for us to network among each other, and not only among YSN and ASM, we also have access with other senior experts, the senior science experts in ASM itself. So from here, we can collaborate and work in many areas to highlight the importance of science in Malaysia. Secondly is to able to play a role in shaping the future of science, and we can raise our voice of change through certain policies, science policies, Number three, it is part of recognition for excellence and distinguished achievement. Okay, being a YSN member, full member, is like a prestigious award, okay, that can be recorded by our university. Number four, we have potential to be appointed as editorial board committee members and reviewers in some of the platform in ASM publications. Even we have Majalah Science platform, st.my, and so on. Number six, to access to ASM facilities. And Alhamdulillah, we have many good facilities in ASM offices. We can organize programs, meeting, and so on. And of course, about the ASM publication to have all those access within members, and we can share to others as well. The current membership, as I have mentioned earlier, are divided into two, the full member and also the affiliate member. You have to be a Malaysian to become a full member, but then for affiliate, you can, for non-Malaysian, are also invited to apply. And for both application, you have to be at least 40 years old during the time of application. You have to be a PhD holder in natural science, physical science, and social science to be a member. And we are going to be asked to record our or to highlight our industrial and research experience, at least for the recent 5 years. And selection of members are going to be based on scientific merit. I will show some of the process of applying, which is quite similar with the next topic that we are going to talk about, which is TRSM. Okay, the application of YSN and ASM opens from January until June every year. And this year deadline will be early June. Okay, so you have to look at the dates, which is now we are approaching April. Today is the 1st April actually. Okay, and hopefully within 1 or 2 months time, we have to prepare before the deadline approaching. But then for YSN and ASM affiliate, it is open throughout the year. And normally you are going to be nominated by the members. Okay, members have to nominate you to become an affiliate. And we have to show the evidence of our service, what we can contribute. Even for me, when I would like to continue for the second term, I have to highlight what are the activities, contributions that I have to the platform. Okay, for this year again, the application closed on 1st of June 2022. And I have highlighted just now the eligible criteria that you have to look through. Most of the process, I think until now, the procedures, it will be going through the documentation that you have submitted. Then the selecting committee will be having a meeting and also to interview you. And after that, your application will be endorsed by the ASM Council before we are going to be invited in the colloquium, and normally in December. And as I have highlighted the 8 working groups available, we can work in any groups that falls under your interest. And some of the flagship programs, okay, that was organized is the Chrysalis Award RCR program. We have IBSE program, Malaysia Grand Challenge Symposium. I was involved in National Science Challenge and also some of the program in Science Cafe and so on. Okay, and we can also propose new programs. Okay, so depending on creativity, involvement, and also effort that we can provide together. So these are some of the photos of activity and mostly before the pandemic and during the COVID-19 years, okay, 2020, 2021, the programs continued, but then we do it online. So there are many partners and collaborators, especially from regional young academics from different countries, even from Palestine until Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and so on. We have international young academies of GYA, TWAS, and also many collaborators and industry partners. Okay, next, this slide prepared by our analyst, ASM analyst, Ms. Hayatun, and I really appreciate her to provide some of this information for me to share with you today. So next, I would like to highlight the top research scientists Malaysia, or in short, TRSM, which is one of the initiative by academy to recognize some of the experts in Malaysia in science. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, it was since 2012 for the first initiative of TRSM, and in year 2020, 30 of our scientists in Malaysia was recognized, and I am one of them in the year 2020. And from UTM, in the same year, we have Prof. Aslinda, Prof. Naomi, me, myself, Dr. Azwadi, and also Prof. Suhairul, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we have few of us together as one of the recipient in the year of 2020. Okay, we have also Professor Dr. Ramli from UTM, previous UTM staff. So the TRSM is an initiative in line with its focus on fostering STIE, and the vision is to build a culture of excellence for scientific research. And everyone is welcome to apply, and later on we will see the eligibility on how to apply. Okay, and for me, I apply first for YSN and ASM member, and later on I go for TRSM, because one of the things that you are going to get familiar is the platform itself in topresearchscientist.org. Okay, later on I will be sharing the link so that we can see what are the elements that we have to fill in, because most of them are quite similar. So the privilege being a member is you're going to be featured in some of the leading media, and also to be called for some programs initiated by ASM. Some of the data will be also available in the expert network book. Okay, these are the eligibility. The recognition is given to Malaysian research scientists, social scientists, and industrial researchers working in Malaysia whose outstanding achievement in STIE and have been nationally and internationally recognized. So all activities that we have, we can gather in our CV and present it in the form of the format that TRSM wants. Okay. At the time of application, the candidate should be actively involved in research in the last 5 years, with at least 10 years cumulative contributions toward progress of STIE. And the candidate should be of high ethical standing, and ASM fellows are not eligible to apply. Okay, so I think the last word here refers to some of the policies that have been changed. And before this, maybe most of the fellows are also part of the TRSM member. Okay, these are the selection criteria and scoring mechanism. This year, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe the recent mechanism are quite different from my previous years of during my application, where section A is focused on impact of research output, section B on knowledge generation, section C on knowledge dissemination. And if your field of area falls under the discipline group except social science and humanities and industrial, you are going to be evaluated with this portion of percentage. But if you are in the area, the percentage will be different. Okay, so you have to you're going to have 60% in A, 20% in section B, and another 20% in section C. Next, how to access. Okay, normally we are going to ask, okay, how to access. Okay, you go to the www.ysn.org mytopscientist.org, and you can see here the deadline for this year. TRSM is open from 22nd of March until 8th of May. So the call for TRSM this year have been open, and if we see just now, the YSN-ASM closed on 1st of June. TRSM application will be earlier. It is on 8th of May. So maybe a little bit earlier. Sorry, I mean, I would like to highlight we're going to have our Raya roughly on the early May. So a few days after, you have to prepare for the submission. So it's better for us to prepare early on the submission process if we want to apply for this year. So if we go to the website, okay, this is the website. Once you enter mytopscientist.org, you can see here a few tabs, okay, and you can click the apply button. And if you want to apply for YSN and ASM, you just click the YSN ASM. Then it will be guiding you to the YSN page. And here you can go to apply now, where you have to fill in your details. And if you want to apply for TRSM, the same way, you click TRSM, and it will be directing you to the TRSM page, where you have all the information that was mentioned earlier on the page, and it is more detailed. For example, in section A, we are going to be evaluated based on this 6 element: citation, commercialization attained, awards, whether national or international, recognition, lead consultant, impact of research. Okay. In section B, we have the knowledge generation. For example, you are leaders in certain grants, national and international. Cumulative value, the total amount of the grant. Okay. And also in section C, your output of research in publication, IPs, and also any presentation that you have locally or internationally as keynote speaker or plenary speaker. How many PhDs or how many capacity building that you have also can be highlighted here in section C. And the scoring mechanism is, as mentioned earlier, with different areas, you're going to have different percentage. Okay. There is one compilation of all experts until 2022. So I am currently under the engineering sciences. So our expertise will be highlighted here, and when we receive the TRSM recognition, so for me it was in 2020. So if we look back on the form, once you enter the system, you go to application tab and create new application. Okay, so for me, last time I applied also some of the grant, because if you go to the website, okay, just now we have the website. You can also apply for different kind of grants as well. We have RBS, Magna, and also Lindau. And once you have created your application, as mentioned just now, you can select either you want to apply for TRSM or you want to apply for YSN, or maybe for other awards and also grants. Okay, so just create and you can view the details, what you have to submit. Okay, this is just a dummy application that I created. And here we have the user manual handbook that you can also refer, okay, as your guideline. After you have filled in your personal particular, then you have to follow the 3 sections of A, B, and C before you submit your application. And you go and fill in all the details that was highlighted just now in section A, B, and C. So some of the differences during my application is last time, section A for knowledge generation was highlighted in, sorry, it was in section A, but now knowledge generation is in section B. So you just follow the recent format so that you're not going to be mixed up. And then in section, sorry, this is in section B. Okay, I missed out the slides. So section A is impact of research output. Previously, it was in section C. This time it was in section A, where you have to fill in all the details of your graduated PhD students and so on. So you have to fill in all A, B, and C. Yeah? And last but not least, okay, this is also important. You have to get the declaration institutional endorsement. So I asked the help of the previous Deputy Vice Chancellor for Research and Innovation, currently the Vice Chancellor of UTM, Professor Dr. Ahmad Faudzi Ismail, to endorse my application. And later on, you can submit by clicking the button of Submit Application, and it will be highlighting your application is in the status of pending for verification. So here is my application in the year of 2020, and I can share this. Maybe you have to contact me later. So to show what are the information that you're going to fill in, okay? And based on this information, and you have to make sure that you are going to follow the latest format. So not to confuse about the differences between section A, B, and C when I was applying my TRSM application. So all the information will be available in the appendix, and you have to follow all the tabs that was highlighted just now. Okay, so all the tabs, how to fill in. So you just put in the tab input list accordingly. So during the application, I have received 2 emails from TRSM to verify the input data, and it was conducted by RMC. Okay, it was mentioned that during 2020, 95 application was submitted. Out of the numbers, 44 have been shortlisted. And from 44, only 30 was awarded. So they also have a very stringent screening every year. And the second email that I have received is to provide additional document, because during the submission, we don't have to submit any proof, but later they will also ask some of the proof. For example, the awards or certificate that we have received, and also some of the proof as the plenary or also invited speaker. So this is depend on the request by TRSM committee. Okay, so it depends. So again, for this year, the deadline will be on 8th of May, and the list of analysts here to be contacted. And this, some of the part of the slide are being prepared by Ms. Afia. It helped me to share some of the information for assisting us to apply for the next TRSM. This is part of my contribution and also experience joining YSN and also TRSM. Okay, so I start being an organizing committee for Prentice and ASM on a collaboration work together with Prentice and ASM. During that time, I was the committee member, and currently I'm the president of Prentice. And in Prentice is the Persatuan Sains Muslim Malaysia, where we also engage with many local and also international bodies. And having me to be also in ASM, YSN-ASM, I can try to contribute and merge some of the programs together at the moment of my contribution for society. So I was the member from 2018 until today, and I start to involve in some of the working groups, SIG, special interest group in palm oil, in COVID-19 special interest group, we also have a committee programs under YSN-ASM. I was involved in national science competition, and my involvement in SIG of precision biodiversity is also a big experience for me to be working with our senior scientists. I also involved in strategic paper that was published in 2020. And my recent activity is working with SIG in robotics and also prepare a national robotic roadmap where I am the subgroup leader for RDCI, Research Development, Commercialization and Innovation. And last but not least, I'm the founding member of Industry 4.0 iConnect program, a collaboration between CREST, Nano Malaysia, and also ASM. So I believe we can try to contribute whatever we can in the platform, and hopefully we can gain more in our contribution. So last but not least, this is our current program that we are working together as a pilot project under the involvement of precision biodiversity. So CAIRO is involved as one of the partner on the project on applying emerging technologies of AI, machine learning, robotics, drones, and IoT to digitalize the Paso reserve forest. Okay, so where we can conserve, monitor, manage, and also see the socio-economic benefit of our forest. So before we go, I would like to remind ourselves that we are at the end of Shaban, and we are going to welcome Ramadan in the next few days. Today is 1st April, tomorrow will be 2nd April, tomorrow night we're going to start our Tarawih, and on 3rd April, if it is following the calendar, so we are going to have our first Ramadan on Sunday. And Ramadan is a blessing month, okay, where we have to take advantage of how to be together with families reciting Quran. We have to check up together and remind each other, muhasabah, and be helpful, okay, because we have our spouse to prepare everything that we have daily. So maybe we can also participate and help them together, husband to help wife, wife to help husband, and so on. And praying together is one of the most activity that we can do. Solat sunat, solat wajib dan sebagainya, tarawih. And also we have to make sure that we can do sedekah, having iftar. And the most important thing is in order to be productive in Ramadan, because this is the training month, that we can continuously apply to the consecutive month, okay? Selepas Ramadan, Syawal dan sebagainya. So this is a reminder for me, and inshallah we can apply this together so that we can be benefiting the training month of Ramadan. So with that, I would like to thank the organizing committee of this program. Thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Ibrahim, for inviting me for the talk. And hopefully every one of you can apply for both YSN-ASM and also for the TRSM. Okay, and if you have any further question, please contact me. You can contact me via email or phone number. My email is atif@utm.my. Okay, so with that, thank you very much and have a blessing day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. If you have any question, please put down your question in the chat box. Okay, see you. Assalamualaikum.